Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl JoJo, and I'm here with a review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 3, Episode 3. This is my second time recording a video. I don't know how I forgot, but I was just steady talking, and I forgot my microphone didn't work. I went to upload it, and I went to edit, and I heard, like, you know how it sounds when, like, people are crunching up paper in the speaker? I was just like, oh... How did you forget? I don't know, moving too fast, but it's okay. I'll just have to try to shorten this video a little bit and not talk as much as I did in the last video, which is probably a good thing, because I know I talked a lot in my put a ring on it video. I just had a lot to say, child, but the computer issues have been frustrating, but I just feel like God is going to come through for me, you guys. I feel like good things are coming. And I will be able to get a camera and a computer and start my planner channel that I've been wanting to start all year long. I feel like good things are coming. I really do. I just got to stay faithful. So that's what I'm doing, and positive. So let's talk about what happened on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Child, what a show, what a show, what a show. Okay, so since I'm not going to have time to edit, let's just get straight to the good stuff, because I gotta get this review up. All right, so first off, we start with Melody and Tisha. You guys know they're trying to repair their relationship, so they're hanging out again. It was kind of a little like stiff, if you will. Like their conversation seemed, you can tell they're trying to warm back up to each other again. I'll just say that. Tisha's telling us about their new business venture, which is chocolate in a bottle, I think. I think it's some type of wine, and maybe it has some notes of chocolate or something. Anyway, she brought the wine for Melody to have. They're also talking about Black, which is another venture of theirs, their cigar bar slash lounge, and things are going really well with that. We're about to go to Houston. We're going to be there for Cigar Week, which I live in Houston, had no idea that that was a thing, but I don't smoke cigars. So they're having that week. There's a week for everything here. They just had like a sneaker summit the other day. But yeah, they're having that. And then... what else did she say? She wanted them to spend some time together. She realizes they've been all about the business the last year or two, and we just haven't really had time for each other. So I'm hoping that while we're in Houston, we can have that time. On the flip side, we've got Mel talking about her happiness and being by herself now and getting back to the old Mel, the Mel that was always there, spontaneous, like to have fun, like adventures, finding her peace. So she's enjoying that part, and being single is allowing her to enjoy that. She also talks about the importance of spending time together in their relationship. She mentions to her that it's fine if you guys have a goal that you want to reach and there's a certain deadline, but if at any point one person forgets the goal and they kind of playing around, you got to make sure that everybody's still on the path of the goal. I felt like that was a little bit of shade. We know the Tisha and Mel's history, and Tisha and Mel's history, which I know a lot of people don't care for Tisha, but their history it reminds me of the things that I did not like in Mel. When I went back to some of those flashbacks, and even though I know that Mel was provoked at times, and there was times where Marsau and Tisha would say things, I am not forgetting all of that. However, there were just things sometimes with Mel where I would just be like, I don't really know about this. So I have not forgotten that. I have not forgotten that. Even though I do like Mel, I haven't forgotten those things, and I haven't forgotten how Mel can get, if you will. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more at the end of the episode. So, yeah, Mel is saying that she would hate to see Tisha's marriage fail. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that, because I'm not saying she wants anybody's marriage to fail, but I believe that Mel likes to be right. And when she made that comment at her brunch, that what happened to me could also happen to all y'all, them women that were sitting in the audience, I think she meant that. I think she meant that, you know, y'all could find yourself in the position that I find myself in. And although I wouldn't want to see the demise of a marriage, I still want to be right. I still want to confirm a biasness that I may have in my head, that every man is going to be very similar to Martellate, or behave the way that Martellate did, although they may be a little bit more covert about it. So I think that Mel may not want her marriage to fail, but she does want to be right in proving to Tisha that it all works the same way. I do think that. I think she wants to prove a point. So when she says that, I was just like, but do you? Then she recommended Dr. Francis, and Tisha was just like, I'm married to a Scot, and they are not going to therapy, which is, y'all, that's such a problem for me. Like, I get why people are not interested, and you know, nobody can tell me about my marriage, but Marsau does strike me as the type where, you know, even if things were going awry, he is not about to get help. He doesn't even strike me as the romantic type, so I'm very interested in what Tisha thinks they're about to do romantically. But yeah, that was pretty much the bulk of their conversation. I'll just jump right to Tisha's trip and just kind of do all of their stuff together. Tisha does end up going to Houston, but she's alone at first because Marsau has to handle some business. And she calls him and brings up the fact that she would like to have a little romancy time while he is there. And Marsau says, sure, babe, we can have sex. You guys, they've been married, what, 13, 14 years? And Marsau still thinks that sex equates. Now, maybe he was joking, but I do hope that as a grown man with 3 children, is it 3? He knows that sex does not equal intimacy. Romance really doesn't even equal intimacy. There's all just these different compartments for it. And while I would love for my body to be warmed up and revved up and ready to go just from the look of you, we don't work like that. Okay, we know that y'all are the more visual types and all that other stuff don't really matter. Let's get to it. And we are the opposite. So if you want your woman to be warmed up and popping, you want all of that, you know, you got to get with the whole intricateness of the woman. If not, then, you know, you should have just stayed single and paid for it to be hot and ready. There's a cost for that. But if you wanted to have the other things in addition to that intimacy and that sex, there's just other things that you got to do. And if you do it right, it don't even take that much out of you. You know, it's the things that you say. It's the way that you touch us. I hate to be groped. You know, I love to be caressed. And, you know, it takes time, though, to learn that. But I think he's grown enough to know. And you know, I do hope he was joking, but he does not strike me as the romantic type. But we'll see. And maybe they need to break up the monotony. Actually, Mel gave her some really good advice when she said, make sure it's something that he also wants to do so it doesn't feel like a chore. I thought that was good. That was really good advice. Something to keep in mind. So anyway, you guys, that's the whole thing with Tisha. Now let's get to Marsau and the club, lounge, bar. Marsau's talking to the associates because back in the day, everybody was supporting black-owned businesses and business was booming. But now we getting on the tail end of that. All right, we don't got no free drinks. We don't got a lower price point. Everything is the same as any other place you would go to. So we got to make sure that we are bringing the right experience, that our business is on point, that our service is on point, so that people feel like the prices that we have are worth it. We got to make sure the WAP is good. I mean, the drink. I said inappropriate, Marsau. First of all, the fact that y'all got a drink called WAP, okay, fun, nice play on words, but you're talking to your male and your man and your woman employee. Can we please not make any type of sexual innuendo jokes? Like, that's the type of stuff that I don't like. And a matter of fact, the girl laughed. You know, she did a little nervous laugh. I would have been sitting there behind that mask just like this. Okay, so you want the drinks on point. What else? Ain't nobody laughing at this with you, Marsau. Anyway, he sits down. He has a talk with Jalen. Jalen's running the business right now. He's the general manager. He wants to know how Jalen feels about how he's doing. And Jalen said, to have no experience, I think I'm doing pretty good. Marsau gonna look at him and say, well, other than excuses, I said, now see, Marsau's a good example of what we often talk about in the military spaces. I don't know about every branch, but I know the Air Force discusses this. There are some people who've been in the military for a long time. They may have come off active duty and got into reserve or the guard or whatever. They just been in for a while where things were different. And because it sucked for them, it also has to suck for you. So because they had a rough time getting to where they wanted to go to, they got to make it rough for you so you can understand. Why? Why does it have to be like this? It's a different time. This is a different space. There are parents like this. And I think in your mind, you believe if they struggle a little bit, they'll appreciate it more. And a lot of times that is true. But there's still a level of balance that you can have. See, the great thing about knowledge and training and tutoring and mentoring is that once I give you the knowledge, you are now responsible. I can now hold you more accountable because I told you everything you needed to know. I gave you the opportunities and I gave you the tools. So you are 100% accountable for what you do with it now. You ain't came running around here saying nobody didn't give you nothing. And I think that is what Marsau is missing. He gave Jalen the opportunity, but didn't necessarily give him the tools. And now that he hasn't given him the tools, he wants to know why Jalen ain't came up with his own tools to use in the business. So he's telling Jalen that he wants him to be more outgoing. Jalen is a back of the house person. He's not really front of the house. He's not really vocal. He even says, I'm not a people person. And, you know, as a manager, you do kind of got to be amongst the people. So, yes, he does need to work on that. I will agree. You're going to have to fake it till you make it if you want to stay in this realm, or he going to have to hire a promoter. But something tells me that Marsau is not trying to hire extra employees. So he wants Jalen to kind of be a little bit more of the face, at least on premises of their business. He also says that he wants Jalen to do more and make more decisions. And he was just like, listen, remember, I tried to do stuff like that. And you and Tisha, when I contact you guys, tell me to be more proactive. And I thought I had people behind me. And Marsau said, who is that? The owners, you and Tisha. That's who I thought I had behind me, but I don't really have y'all behind me because when I call y'all, you act like I'm wrong for calling you. And I will say that it's like a catch-22 because I call you to let you know what I'm doing, but I bet you if I didn't call you and let you know, you would still have a problem with that. I don't think Marsau and Tisha would be comfortable with Jalen just making decisions all the time and not including them on those decisions. Then they talk about how they ran out of cups. Now, you know, y'all was slipping if y'all ran out of cups. Now, Jalen, you got to order cups, baby. You got to order the cups. You got to let Marsau know that you need orders and things of that nature and give you the money, get money in the budget so you can get the cups. But they kind of have a difference of opinion when it comes to preparation, at least. But I was really glad and really proud to see Jalen ask for what he needed. To ask Marsau, this is what I need. I need more help. I need more training. I was proud of him for doing that. I also was proud of him for saying Marsau was slick and he want me to be slick like him. He just talk a lot, but that doesn't necessarily mean he do. I said, thank you, Jalen. He is quite slick and you don't have to be that way. So Mar says, I'm going to get you some help. I'm going to get you some training. I'm going to get an assistant manager, which technically Jalen needs to be the assistant manager and Marsau needs to hire a general manager to show Jalen the ropes. But I guess it's too late for all that since Jalen already has the title. But yeah, he need to make sure he pay that person though, because you training me to teach him, and just make it a temp thing, make it a 6-month thing. If Jalen can handle it again, fine, and then you could just have somebody in there maybe on the weekends when it's really busy. I don't know, but if you're gonna have somebody training them, you gotta pay them. You're gonna have to pay them people, and something tells me that Marsau don't really like to pay like that. But good for you, Jalen, for asking what you need. I think he'll end up doing well. He just needs a couple of tools, and once he has the tools, then you can for sure hold that person accountable. Now, what's next on the agenda? Martellet's mom and Martellet's conversation with Melody's mom. I fast forwarded a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, because I just didn't think it was that important. We know Martellet's mom, but Martellet's mama is not going to go against her baby. She also is not going to go against her daughter-in-law, though. D-A-W-I-N-L-A-W, daughter-in-law. Do not forget it. That is Melody to her. She is going to stay out of their business. She doesn't need to be involved in it. And what is Melody's mama involved in it? I said, for somebody that's not involved, you sure do got a lot to say about Melody's mama, but I'm going to let you cook. But she is going on and on about how people don't need to be in their business and how people don't have a life. And honey, I got a life. Okay, and I live my life. I was just like, shut up, Martellet's mama. No disrespect, but hush your mouth. But Martellett is running around there putting down probably sulfur because she has a snake problem. I said, be very careful with whatever you putting down, Martellett, if it's killing snakes, because you might fall over next. But that was really it with their conversation. He does have a conversation with Melody's mom. Again, I stand by what I said. I understand where Melody's mom is coming from. I understand she felt disrespected. I understand she wanted to clear up the lie that she was not keeping Martellus away from those kids, that was things that her and Mel were going through, and she just kind of had to respect Mel's wishes. I get it. You want to clear it all up, but it don't matter. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell Melody and anybody else who will listen. It does not matter when it comes to Martellus, because he is going to what? Skirt the issue. It doesn't matter what the issue is. And y'all end up sitting there crying and telling him what you thought it was going to be and how you thought the family was going to be. And you guys, it's just not, it's done. It's done. It's done. And that's one thing I do agree with, that everybody does have to move forward. I got that she was trying to clear it up with Martellus. I got the fact that Martellus has been disrespectful to her and Melody has not disrespected his mother. So those things were absolutely true. Give me the same respect that my daughter has given your mother. So, baby, I agree with that. She was on point with that. I do agree. But everything else, just stay out of it. Let them handle it. Get the grandkids when you get the grandkids. Martellus didn't take any ownership, and he's not going to. He said he disrespected her because that's where they were at the time. And you was keeping me away from the kids. I felt like you was keeping me away from them too. And, you know, I cheated, but I didn't just wake up one day and decide to cheat in my marriage. And she said, yes, you did. Once you get in it and you get lost in it, you make a conscious decision to do that. Martellus is nodding, but it just, again, it's frustrating to watch. He's never going to 100% own that, even though in the very beginning he said that Mel did nothing wrong. That very first time that he was talking about his cheating, but now it has trickled right on into him being done wrong and not all this other stuff. So I don't even want to rehash Martellus. I really do just want to move forward. So that's it with that. What's next? These are the things I would edit out when I'm trying to think about what's going next. But I have to upload this video so I can get going with the day, you guys. I think the next thing I want to talk about, Tiffany. Tiffany is our newcomer, you guys. We got Tiffany and her husband. I don't remember his name, but he seems like a very nice man. And have y'all ever noticed men who are very nice and tolerable, sometimes they seem to be with the meanest of women, very snarky, and you don't really like the wife, but you like them. So you keep inviting both of them around because you like the husband. It makes me wonder if all these, you know, so-called nice guys are chasing after women that's not necessarily all that nice. Because I always see that dynamic. Now, they've only been married a year. They each have a son. Tiffany says Lamaris, or whatever that baby's name is, her son, that's the one that she gave birth to. I was just like, I mean, I got what she was saying, but something about it made me uncomfortable. But their sons get along well. That's something they were worried about with blending their families. Things have been good. Things are good in their relationship. They've been married for a year. They're coming up on their year. I would not be on a reality show 1 year in. I wouldn't be on a reality show, period. But definitely not 1 year into my marriage. They talk about transparency and how they're going to be transparent, and they also talk about communication and working on it, but not fighting it, but actually working on their relationship. I was just like, now, I'm no expert, but I've been on YouTube long enough to know that the people do not like when people who have only been married for a microwave minute start giving out advice. They don't like it. I ain't saying y'all can't do it. I'm just saying the people don't take too kindly to that. That's all I know. I do know that much. I've seen the people. I've seen the comments. I know how they feel. They don't like that. But they're going to be transparent. So they say. So we're going to see if they're going to show off all of that transparency. Now we can get to the birthday brunch. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So Destiny shows up. It's her birthday. She looks really good. I liked her hair. I liked her outfit. Her homegirl, well, what is it cold outside? Because my sis had on a leather suit from head to toe, leather jacket, leather bralette, leather pants, probably leather panties, leather shoes. I said, is it hot outdoors? Or, you know, I mean, it just looked like something that would work up a sweat. I'll say that. Destiny tells her she's kicking off our birthday with a hot girl summer. I said, I'm going to stop you there. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I want us as grown, full-grown women, I'm including myself, to stop saying we about to have a hot girl summer. Just stop it. Leave it for the young girls. Leave it for the college girls. Leave it for the girls that's recently out of college, 5 years, or so. The rest of us, let's just keep it at Golden Girl Summer. Thank you for being a friend. Let's keep it right there. I had a Golden Girl Summer a couple years ago. I went to Vegas. I called it a Golden Girl Summer because I ain't in hot girl mode no more. We could call it a lukewarm girl summer, or we could call it a hot woman summer. We got to call it something else though, because we got to let the hot girls be the hot girls, and we got to differentiate that we are, the warm girls are the hot women. We got to move it to another stage. And let me tell you how I know they not having no hot girl summer is because when the bartender said, let's start off with some shots, they ordered lemon drops. Lemon drops? The hot girls is not taking no flavored shots, baby. When the hot girls, as a former hot girl of many things, baby, we've taken tequila shots, we taking vodka shots, we taking them kind of shots, mostly tequila. And then we getting a little lime afterwards. We not taking no flavored shots. I hate lemon drop shots. They make my mouth kind of go like, I just hate the way they taste. I hate how cold they are. Ugh. I don't like lemon drop shots, but that's just me. So anyway, the Golden Girls Summer Luncheon is upon us. We about to have a good birthday time. Everybody's showing up. Kimmy shows up eventually, and Kimmy finds out that LeBaric and Destiny are getting a divorce. This is her first time hearing of it. Kimmy gets emotional, and I do think that came from a genuine place. I too cried when my friend told me she was getting a divorce, because you just start thinking about the times. You start thinking about the good times, the bridal showers, and the baby showers, and the couples nights, and the celebrations. And with Kimmy, she might also be thinking about the times that, she was single and she had her son. She mentions that the struggle was real. That's a lot to be dealing with. And she hates to see a marriage fail. And I believe Kimmy on that. I do. I hate to see that as well, especially if it's issues where you just be like, dang, I really wish y'all could have worked that out. But we don't exactly know the issue with LeBaric quite yet. But we got some hints though. So Destiny appreciates her empathy in that situation. Destiny says she had a hard time yesterday, but she got it together. And Mel was like, girl, why you didn't call me? Destiny was like, oh, I don't know. I know I need to do better with that. And listen, everybody doesn't process their emotions the same way. Some people reach out, some people don't. Don't take it personal, Mel, because when you were going through your stuff, you said that you didn't really want people reaching out to you like that. You was just trying to get through it on your own. And this is the setup for the breakdown of Melody and Destiny's relationship, because Melody says in the confessionals, I'm starting to wonder if Destiny and I are as close as I thought we were. That comment didn't even need to be said, just based off of the fact that she didn't call you, but we know why you said it. We know that you guys are about to fall out, and I also know that Tiffany is somewhere involved in that, I think, but I don't know that. So let me not put it on her. We got to wait and see. Speaking of Tiffany, honey, she shows up. Tiffany shows up, and Mel is just like, that's my friend. So they come in. They say hello to Tiffany. Tiffany's, a big baller shot caller in Huntsville as well. Kimmy knows Tiffany because Monster and her son play sports together. They also seem to be friends. She also knows Tiffany because Tiffany planned her husband a surprise wedding at the new baseball stadium. I don't know if there was ever a proposal or if she just said, what's up, baby? We getting married. I need more clarity on that. But it was a surprise wedding at the baseball stadium. And here come Kimmy talking about, I waited on Maurice to propose for 7 years. And that's exactly why you don't need to be saying nothing about anybody's proposal or wedding. But we gonna let you cook because the jury is still out on Tiffany. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and throw that shade if you want to. But normally I would not allow that flag to be issued on the play. I would not allow that, Kimmy, because we all had a problem with the fact that you waited 7 years for Maurice. I think we all had an issue. Most of us had an issue with that, but I'm going to let you get this joke off because I don't think we like Tiffany that much. So we gonna give you a pass. But anyway, Tiffany comes to the dinner, and as Destiny and Kimmy are joking about Jalen, that's her son, and the age difference, Tiffany brings up the age difference between Monster and Jalen, like, oh my gosh, that's a really big age difference. Like, oh my gosh. And she was trying to go somewhere with it. But meanwhile, while she's trying to go somewhere with it, Destiny and Kimmy are laughing about Jalen and how Destiny kind of had an eye for Jalen and Jalen seemed to have an eye for her, and she wanted to know what Kimmy would think about it. Like, that actually was cute. It was funny. And Kimmy was like, do not do that. Do not flip your hair about my son. So that part was actually funny. But while we trying to get our laughs on and our giggle on, what we supposed to do at the birthday brunch lunch, having a good time, Tiffany keeps reaching into her deck of tarot cards and her crystal ball. All of a sudden, she just remembers so many things. Honey, she's prophetic. Oh, wait, that's the future, right? All of a sudden, she reaching back into her memory bank, and she's just like, I'm trying to remember something about vaping. There's something about vaping going on. Is that a word that you recognize in the spiritual realm? I said, girl, get to what you talking about. And Kimmy said, excuse me? Yeah, Monster was vaping in the bathroom. And Kimmy was just like, oh, I don't know. That's a Maurice question. I said, I know that's right, girl. Put it on the other parent. I don't know nothing about it. You're not finna knock me off my square this birthday lunch brunch, girl. I know what you're doing. That's something you're gonna have to ask his daddy. All right, I don't know nothing about that. So Tiffany didn't get in good on that one. So she got to go another route. So then she reached back into her memory bank and her tarot cards, and she's just like, yeah, I'm trying to think like something. Oh, it's like, I feel like I met Destiny. I met you at Mel's house, and I remember because your husband had won an award, Entrepreneur of the Year, and I told you I really liked your dress at the event. I saw you. I met you with your husband LeBaric, and you had your outfit like this, and I was telling you, and you said that wasn't me. And Kimmy was just like, oh. And Mel kind of disappointed me because Mel was smirking and smiling off to the side, and I was just like, it just wasn't cool for me. It was not cool for me. So Destiny gets up, she excuses herself, and they're just like, Destiny, and Melody is just like, well, I figured as much, or something under her breath she said. And then she was just like, but it doesn't matter. It's over now. It doesn't matter. So Destiny excuses herself. And I was just like, Mel, why you didn't get up and go after your friends? You always wondering why you can't be there for her. Now's the time. But she put up the church finger. She goes into the bathroom, and Tiffany is just like, Destiny getting up after I said something to her about LeBaric, I just thought it was really extra. But, it's her birthday, and I'm going to let her cry if she wants to. You see what happened? You see what happens when you leave the door open? This is what I'm talking about right here. This is why I don't allow +1s at my event. Don't bring nobody to my event. Don't bring your homegirl. You can't even bring that little boy you talking to. Don't bring none of them. If I said they couldn't come, if they're not on the list, they're not coming. Less is more. It's plenty of us. In the words of Jay-Z, don't bring them to my stuff because you do not know what kind of energy somebody is bringing to the table. Literally, I get called mean on a regular basis. I have had friends call me and be like, well, I got this girl, she really could use a trip, and we're good friends, we work together, and I promise you she's so nice. I don't care if she's that nice and y'all got that great connection, playing something for the two of y'all to go out of town together. Do not, and I repeat, do not get her on no flight and get her to this resort, or y'all gonna be finding somewhere to stay. I will not book your accommodations. Call me what you want, but you won't call me a fool at no dinner table. I know that. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all for the next one, okay? I'm relaxed, I promise you. Bye.